Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to drop you a quick note this week and let you know a couple of things that are happening. This last week was a really fun one for me. My parents were in town, and I hope you guys had a chance to meet them. It was really fun for them to be able to meet you guys, and we just had a thrill for that to happen. They love you guys and love Evergreen, and I think my mom might be contemplating trying to stow away in our garage somehow. So I really was encouraged by the way you guys were able to interact with them and the time they were able to have out here. So I hope that was an encouragement to you. I'm kind of back in action now on Thursday and kind of hitting the books hard for Sunday, both for Sunday's service and a new series that we're beginning on Sundays, as well as the Evergrow 101 that's beginning on Sunday and happening from 1:30 to 4:30. 12:30. I'm sorry, 12:30 to 4:30 on Sunday, and we have a number of students signed up. I'm going to try with this email to include a list of those students, so you can check to see if your student is on that list. I know that information doesn't always get home, and just so you know, we'll be providing food for them, and they'll be going through basically some core components of faith. We don't know where every student is, and so we can't assume anything really. The more I assume, the more I find out that those assumptions are not true, and so we have to just begin with 101 at the ground level, and maybe your student will know 90% of what's happening, but there's going to be 10%, I'm confident, 10% where they're going to get a great reminder or hear something new in a new way that will challenge them in their faith. And what we're going to do is build from 101 to 201, 301, and 401 and work in categories that they already understand with the core values, as well as main service. That's the direction that we're headed. But this is specifically for students. We're going to try and get it recorded. If you guys are interested in seeing it, your student will come home with a binder with notes that they've taken and fill-ins and all that stuff. They'll have done some breakout sessions, and they'll have some projects to do at the end of it. So kind of like homework, but homework for God, I guess you could say. So I hope you guys are excited about it. We are thrilled. It's been just a ton of work to get it off the ground, and I think it's going to be worth it. I think that the time has been well spent, and your students have just been incredible in their willingness to step up and step out and be faithful in this way. As we talk about things as basic as salvation and baptism, the ordinances of communion and baptism as well, talking about all the different facets of church, talking about who we are at Evergreen, who we are as Evergreen Student Ministry, and then being able to build on those understandings in the rest of the courses. So if you have any questions about that before or after the course that you want to ask me, please shoot me an email, and I would be happy to answer those. But I hope to see your student on Sunday. If they are wanting, if you want them to sign up, you want to talk to them, and they're not signed up in the list that you get, and you just want to let me know after you've talked to them, hey, I wanted them to come, we talked about it, and they're going to come, we can get them on the list, we can get them fed and get them a binder. The cost right now is nothing, zero, and so my recommendation is to have your students begin this now. It's not always going to be free. We're trying to get this off the ground and get as many students through the original or the initial course as possible. As the program moves forward, though, there are costs associated with feeding 30 or 40 students. There are costs associated with creating all this material, and so we're going to eventually pass those on to students that take the courses. But now is the opportunity for them to jump in and begin these courses at really no direct cost to them beyond the time investment. So if there's a soccer game they might need to miss, I would encourage you, let them miss it. If there is a practice that they need to miss, I would encourage you to have them miss it. If there's homework that they need to get done on Saturday so they can be there on Sunday, I would have them miss it. And I think you know me well enough that I wouldn't be saying those things if I didn't think this was valuable for them. This one day, 1 4-hour session, and I think it'll be really worth it. So I hope to see your student there, and I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm praying for you. We have lots of situations going on with families and needs that extend beyond the immediate week-to-week, day-to-day kinds of needs. I'm praying for you guys. I want you to know that. The Lord has put a lot of you on my heart very specifically this week, and Alyssa and I just pray for you guys all the time. And so know that as parents of these students, if there's any ways that we can help you, please let us know, from visiting your home to having conversations with your student to having family counseling sessions. We are open and available to do any of that. So I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. I love your students. It was a thrill for my parents whom I love to meet students whom I love and families whom I love. So it's a privilege for us to be here. We love it. We're excited about this weekend and the beginning of Evergrow. We hope you guys are too. Have a great week.